Yay! Number 2. This is number 2.
Our second episode.
The second episode. We made it to the second episode.
As I drink my tea as quietly as possible.
Yeah. It would be funny to check if that actually makes it in there.
It probably will.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Intro!
AAM, you win.
We don't have an intro. Oh, we do have an intro.
We do have an intro.
It'll come in at some point around now, I imagine.
Yes, I imagine so.
So should we start?
Yes, we should start.
Well, then.
Okay then. Well, first introductions would be good.
Well, I'm Andy.
And I'm Mark.
And this is our podcast.
Yes, this is our podcast, AAM.
Which is called AAM.
Because of our co-op.
Andy and Mark.
And if you want to know why, the origins behind that, go back to the first episode, you lazy people.
The first staggeringly long episode.
Yeah, we didn't mean for it to be that long, admittedly. We don't really have a time limit set, but we don't really intend for it to be an hour and a half.
How long it was?
Well, it was an hour and 20 minutes. It was an hour and 20 minutes, and
that's long enough, I think.
there was a lot of nonsense and a lot of waffle, so we're going to try and keep it down.
Even though we're doing that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, just cut it.
Yeah, sure.
We'll fix it in post.
So we usually start off by talking about
The games we're playing.
games we're playing, and mine have changed nothing.
Yep, mine haven't changed.
A little bit changed. I haven't played any Fire Emblem,
Yeah, you haven't played any Fire Emblem.
which is shocking.
It's because, as I said to you, we've still got, or I still had your game. When we went to London, we took it with us, and I stored the games.
Played it, you stored it, and then I
And I just had it in my room for all week.
And
I had 1 week to play it. I could have stolen it and had a go.
And now I'm back, and I've got it back now.
Yep.
But I still haven't played it. I got it last night, but I played Monster Hunter instead.
Mm.
But I played Monster Hunter, which has been
Fun.
But to be fair, since last week I've done loads.
Yes, you have actually. There was a time when you started playing Monster Hunter, and then I caught you up. Essentially, like, I caught you up, and in a way, I overtook you. I didn't overtake you in terms of missions, but I overtook you certainly in terms of armor and weapons, because you weren't really upgrading.
I didn't understand anything about the game, so I wasn't even upgrading anything. So that's why I was finding it ridiculously hard. I imagine.
I spent a day. I remember. I spent a day learning about all the options, about what I can possibly do, and I discovered about the whole targeting cam, because we tried fighting monsters without a target cam, and that was hard.
It took me forever to figure the controls out. Full stop.
Well, the thing that gets me about it is the controls aren't really customizable. Well, they are.
I've customised it so that LZ is run now.
Yeah, because
it's silly.
The thing is with the Wii U, L and R are the top shoulder buttons, but ZL and ZR are far more accessible to you when you're playing. And this is the thing that gets me about playing the Virtual Console games that have the L and R. It's just like,
you press it and it goes, oh, do you want to go back to the start? No, I just wanted I wanted to like strafe to the side. Yeah,
the ZL and ZR buttons. Yeah, we want to press those buttons, but we have to press the... it's like Super Metroid came out the other day. And I know you have to press the L and R in that. And I'm just like, I'm going to have to stretch my fingers to the top.
I don't really know why.
It's just like...
There should just be an option to switch them, because what's the difference, really?
Yeah, there is no real difference. And to be honest, it's far more sort of sensible to me to have the Virtual Console menu appear when I hit the shoulder buttons.
Yeah, or just not. Why can't it just be on the start button? Anyway, yes. But yeah, I'm still playing Monster Hunter, and I've done quite a lot. I beat Jeff. And then I scared Jeff away, then beat him. Did I do that? Have I done that last week?
You've done it.
I already did that. No. What have I done since that? Oh, I've got to capture Jeff now, which I've not done.
Well, you've only got... You're on one urgent mission,
Jeff
which is...
Lagiarchus, by the way. Is it Lagiarchus?
Lagiarchus.
Yeah, him. The main one.
Yeah. Well, you've got the capture quest of him, capturing Jeff.
Yeah.
Is...
5-star quest.
It's a 5-star quest. It's the only one you've got left. But you've got an urgent quest.
Fight that guy with the bloody rock on his tail.
Yeah. And you attempted it twice and failed twice.
Ran out of time and
died,
I think. But I just need to upgrade the weapons, I think, because I just hack at him for 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And still lose. Don't know why. Runs away all the time though. I hate monsters that do that.
Well, to be honest, this is one. I don't know if I discussed it last week, but I do think that some of the monsters just have way too much health. But then again, I guess it kind of makes sense because if it's like a game designed for you to fight with friends, then you want a monster with a lot of HP. Otherwise, it'll die in like 2 seconds. But at the same time, it's just like one man.
I don't know.
Beating stuff up.
I don't know if you go online if it's the monsters have more health. I'm not really sure. Because if you've got 4 people, you'll kill it well fast. Especially like a Jaggy or something. Which is nothing to me now.
Yeah, Jaggy go down like
that. But I need to upgrade my weapons. And I'm trying to upgrade my armour so I don't look as ridiculous anymore. Because I was wearing like a dressing gown. Great royal blood dressing gown.
Yeah, that's true.
But I've got
You're like a giant bell.
I did look like a giant bell. In more ways than one.
You're like a giant bell. You're like a bell with legs and arms. Even your head, your face was like
ridiculous. It's just like that was that was intimidating as a flea, really. But yeah.
Because if you're not sure what mission we're talking about from our in-depth description, it's the one with the where you got to protect the shakalaka.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah, you do. Yeah. He sort of, I don't know, he gets killed instantly.
So it's that one, and we're trying to sort of.
Yeah,
it's not that you can't fight it, from what I've seen. It's not that you can't, cause it's just the fact that it generally outlasts you, both in time and in life.
I have got it limping though, and it was like trying to sleep or something, but I just ran out of time. So.
But it keeps spinning around. Every now and then I like look up and have a look at what you're doing, and it just keeps spinning around. That's all I see. It just spins
around and then flies up in the air.
And spins, yeah.
It's a bit of pain, really. It's just boring. But, yeah, that's all I've done that Monster Hunter. I've not really played a lot of games this week, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. But, I need to play a bit more Fire Emblem, which I'll probably do today, to be honest.
Yeah, spend the day playing Fire Emblem.
Yeah. It's my birthday yesterday.
Oh, yeah, it was.
And I got, Lego City Undercover.
Yeah.
For the Wii U. Well, not played it yet, obviously. But I'll play that probably not today, to be honest.
Well, to be honest, I think I'll probably get corrected on this, but I think you are quite close to beating Monster Hunter.
No idea. I still got those online quests that I just haven't bothered with.
Yeah.
I haven't bothered with. I've done like 2.
But I think when you've beaten it, within the next few weeks, let's say, you then can go on to Lego City.
Yeah, I might even start.
Lego City is our number 7. We discussed this yesterday. It's our number 7 Wii game.
Oh yeah.
Wii U game, sorry.
Which is quite staggering if you think, oh, I've not got many Wii U games, but I've already got like 7.
Yeah. One of which I don't want to count because
it's terrible.
It's meh. It's the Sports Connection.
Yeah, it's the worst game.
It's not very good.
No, it's worse than Wii Sports.
I mean, I posted something on the Miiverse about it, and everyone agreed with me. It's just like...
You were like the only person to post on the Miiverse, I imagine.
Oh, no, there were loads of people. Thing is, I don't like using the term casual gamer, but there are a lot of people. You know, I'm not saying their opinion is invalid, but you know they don't play games often when they go, oh, I'm addicted to this is a really good game. It's just like... Don't ever play
anything.
Super Mario Galaxy or Legend of Zelda because your mind will be blown. But yeah, it's like trying to be a Wii Sports type rip-off, and it's
terrible though.
It's not good.
It's not even as good as Wii Sports. It isn't. Tennis is awful. I don't remember. Baseball is pathetic.
The baseball one's awful. The baseball one goes on for ages as well.
Yeah, it's the most pointless game I've ever played.
The soccer one, or the football one.
Okay, it's a penalty.
Or you British people out there.
I'm British. But,
yes, I refer to it as soccer. Because it's soccer on the game.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's soccer on the game. Yeah, because they've got an American football there.
Oh, they have.
Or a football to you Americans.
Yeah, just ignore it. I don't even think we played that game.
And there's a go-kart. The go-kart one is actually pretty decent.
The go-kart one is the only salvageable game on it, but even that's naff. Why would you play that? If you've got Mario Kart, just play that.
Yeah.
It's silly.
But moving on from that game, we've got Nintendo Land, which is great. Super Mario Brothers U, which is standard. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Zombie U is decent as well.
I haven't probably played it.
Yeah, and Monster Hunter.
And Sonic.
Oh yeah, Sonic All-Star Racing.
All-Star Racing, which I've not played enough of, to be fair, but it was like cheap, so I bought it.
Yeah.
50 quid, I think. Yeah, cheaper than that.
Indeed.
So, other than that, games-wise, we played Mario Party yesterday.
Oh yeah.
For a ridiculous amount of time, which is great. Mario Party 2, that's how it right.
Oh yeah, that's how it right.
Mario Party 2 on the N64, which is well worth playing if you have a spare hour.
Yeah.
Or two. Yeah, definitely good. But they won actually.
You've been winning a lot recently. We've been playing it for a while, and I won the first one we played, which was the space one.
Yeah, I've won.
And then you've won everyone since. I think.
Really, I've won everyone since.
I'm pretty sure you have.
Won 2, I know that.
Or did I win the Western one?
I can't remember.
You've won at least the last 2.
I won the mystery one, and whatever the last one was, it Pirates or something.
Oh, the mystery one which you played yesterday was bizarre.
It was a crap.
I got stuck going around in circles for days.
It's a terrible map.
Turns just disappeared. It really is a terrible one, unfortunately. The rest of them are pretty decent. We haven't played the horror one yet, but
Yoshi standard.
Yeah, Yoshi's it doesn't really have as many characters as the later ones.
No, there's like none.
There's
like
none.
6, I think.
Yeah.
DK, Luigi, Mario, Peach, Wario, and Yoshi.
I can't remember. I mean, the first Mario Party game I ever played was Mario Party 4.
I can't remember. I lose count. It's like 9, isn't it?
There's not.
I don't know. I've played a few.
We've played 4 and 5.
I'm looking forward to the DS one. 3DS even.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the DS one. I'm hoping it's single cartridge.
Oh right, multiplayer wise.
Yeah, so like we could play it just on one cartridge.
Yeah. It should be.
It hopefully will.
I reckon it'll be 1 cartridge per 2 people. So if you want to do 4 players, you'll have to get 2 cartridges.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm speculating.
Yeah. But yeah, so the mini games actually. I mean, I haven't really played all of the Mario parties, so I don't really know. I've not really got much of an opinion on this, but from what I've heard, Mario Party 2 has the best range of mini games.
From what I've played, it kind of does. But then again, we played like 4 maps now, and we're getting all the same games over and over again.
Yeah, we are. We played the 50 turn one. We played a 50 turn one yesterday.
Well, not all in one go, but.
What do you mean?
We had a stoppage, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we stopped it, but we pretty much played it straight up.
Yeah, we did.
We went away for like 15 minutes and then came back.
Yeah, true.
Because we had stuff to do.
And but yeah, these get the same games, and we played. How many times did we play that bloody shock,
drop,
and
roll
or whatever? We played like 8 times.
That's funny, Ridic.
It's funny.
If you're ever gonna play Mario Party, you have to set DK to easy and Luigi to hard. If you're gonna play it with 2 people, like you and a friend, that's how you set.
You need to have 1 character on easy and 1 character on hard. Really.
Yeah, you do.
Just for the fun of it, because you always get 1 character. He's just, but then again, they come out of the shell randomly and just like get really good sometimes. The easy ones.
Yeah.
It's like, where did that come from? Yeah. Or the worst of those where you get paired with them on a 2 and 2.
Yeah.
You're just like guaranteed loss. But then again, they've beaten us a few times.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the cake one?
I hate the cake one. Well, I don't hate it. It's just the fact that we did perfectly, but they still managed to, make 10 cakes. Bloody Donkey Kong, the famous pastry chef that he is, just manages to make 10 cakes while I'm there with like 7. Like, well, how am I supposed to make 10 when he only gives me 7 strawberries? I can't do that. I'm not a magician.
Really staggered.
Yeah. Oh, the game was rigged. Rigged, I tell you.
And then there's the one game that I think you as well hate is Shy Guy Says.
Oh God. Well, he puts he either press B or A. If he puts his red flag up, he press B, and the white flag is A.
Yeah. And
it's just the fact that sometimes he just goes, oh well, I'm gonna trick you into pressing one, and then he'll trick you, like double bluff you basically.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't give you time to do it. So even if you leave it,
if you leave it and wait, he'll like pull the flag down and go, oh, you took too long, and he'll shoot you. But Luigi, or hard mode just times it perfectly and wants the correct flag. Yeah. It's just like I try and do it at the same time he does, and I did it pretty well, and then he did it, and then I pressed it, and it didn't work. So he literally left it to the very last second.
Yeah,
and that annoys me.
Yeah, you can't do
Another one is that chain chomp one.
Yeah, the creep up to the chain chomp that's sleeping. And
it's called Sneak and Snore.
Yeah,
I think it's called Sneak and Snore.
Like that.
And you hold the control stick to move, and then you release the control sticks to hide. Like you hide in your barrel.
Yeah.
That you're walking in, and that game is rigged. Yeah. That game is rigged because we let go of the control stick ages before the chain chomp comes after you, and we keep moving, and then we start hiding, but we haven't hidden yet, and it gets us. But Luigi, no.
Luigi just straight in the barrel.
Just straight in the barrel.
No messing
just
around.
Just stops dead. As soon as that bubble pops, he stops dead. I let go. I keep moving 2 steps. Then I'll stop dead, and then I'll drop into my barrel. But in that time, chain chomp has woken up and eaten me. Yeah. Thanks.
It's a funny game. It's rigged though.
Yeah, it's rigged.
Yeah. Mario Party. What a game.
What a game.
Well, I've not played anything really this week other than odd Mario Party games and Monster Hunter, because I've not been able to play Fire Emblem, which I'll do later.
Well, I've been getting into Fire Emblem Sacred Stones
cool.
a little bit. It's good fun. Yeah. I'm not usually dying. That's the thing. I'm being very careful. I'm not really dying that often, but I did a lot yesterday. Just because I got careless. I'm getting overconfident. I'm going like, oh, my archer usually dodges. I'll put her in open water.
Yeah.
And then she just gets destroyed.
Yeah, and then your good reset. Classic.
The one that got me though is another one, a map that I did. There were pirates, and you've got to protect the houses and villages when there's pirates involved. And I ran to obviously protect them, but soldiers kept getting in my way, and I managed to kill 2 of them by luring them towards me and attacking them from the other side of a wall, like with an archer and a mage and such. But the thing that got me was we kept missing each other. So I would shoot an arrow at him, he'd miss, or I'd miss rather, and he would throw an axe, like a hand axe, and he'd miss. And it was just like, well done, you get experience points. I'm like, great, he's still alive, and my archer cannot be doing other things.
Yeah, I know.
So it's just like...
It's a waste of a turn, essentially.
And I ended up losing both villages as well, because that one pirate got very ambitious and decided to kill all of the things.
Trolling pirate.
Yeah, it's like he went for one of the houses, and I was like, oh, well, there's that one. At least I can kill him before he gets to another one. But instead of going across the path, as pirates can do, they can go on water. They can walk on water, can't they?
They do that in Path of Radiance.
Yeah, they can walk on water, which is annoying. But, so he goes on water, and I'm just like... Yeah, the Jesus pirates, they are. But it's just like, he starts going across water, and I'm like... What? No! And the only thing I can use to stop him is a Pegasus Knight that he will destroy. And I had to have that Pegasus Knight as well, which annoyed me, because it's too late now. It's too late on in the game. Everyone else is vastly superior.
Yeah, true.
I'm up to like chapter... I'm now up to chapter 11. And, yeah, my characters are all too strong. Any new character that I get now, unless it's like a proper tank, general... paladin or sage type character, or maybe even a lord, they're all useless. They are all quite weak, really.
It's kind of like that with Awakening. It's not too much though, because you can play the main quest, but then you've got all the random battles that you can play. So I generally use my weaker units, but there's even some that I just don't bother with. Like I can't even remember one of them's name. The mercenary guy who comes along with Naui. Never used him. Never will. And
who's that?
There's a mercenary that comes with a dragon. He's useless. I can't remember.
Oh, is this on?
This is Awakening.
Awakening. All right, I'm thinking of Path of Radiance.
No. But there's loads on Path of Radiance that I never use. So there's loads.
Oh, that's the thing. I played Shadow Dragon on the DS. That one's just hilarious. You get a character every map, and it's just like, well, you're on the bench.
Yeah.
No one is seriously. It's like I had like 9 axemen in that game, and I was just like, I don't even need one, because axes have the lowest hit ratio. They can do the most damage. To be fair, they can do a lot of damage rather, but they can't hit. anything. And it's just like, get to the bench with you.
Axemen have a poor rate of hit.
They really do.
Like Boyd on Thingy and probably, well, Vacant aren't bad on Awakening. Boyd was always notoriously bad.
Boyd, yeah. There's probably someone out there who's like a defender of Boyd going, leave Boyd alone, he's really good if you train him. It's
I like him as a character, but he's useless as a fighter.
Yeah.
Just like he's just not reliable enough. You can't bank on him hitting, never mind killing.
Yeah.
So
it's just like miss off.
Yeah. Then again, on Awakening, there's a lot of reliance on your Pegasus Knights because I've already got 2 and they're both immense.
Well, just talking about like replacing units, like when you get a new unit and you're just like, it's like, oh, a new unit, here's a swordsman, and it's just like, well, I've already got a swordman, and he's vastly superior. I've recently just got Inns, who is a sniper. They've got massive bows. And here, the way it was on Shadow Dragon, there was Gordon. I had Gordon, and he was like my archer. And then I got George, and he was a sniper. And pretty much Gordon was benched for the rest of the game. He really was. And up to that point, I was using Gordon a lot. And he just got benched because George was godly. Yeah. You wanted someone dead, he could kill them easily. He always hit twice, and he never missed. So it was just like getting him in there. And now that I've got Inns, who is a sniper, I don't want to bench Naomi, who is my archer, because she is really good now. I've really used her a lot. So if preferable, I want to have both of them with me at all times, because Inns, is powerful. If I wanted a powerhouse archer, he's the guy to go for. And I seem to remember when I first played Sacred Stones, I just had him with me all the time. So I'm up to that point where I'm like, do I use him? Do I not use him? It's weird.
Well, Fire Emblem typically has you generally use one archer. Generally, but the thing is, with Path of Radiance / Radiant Dawn, you were given Shinyon, who's clearly just immense, and then you also have Astrid as well, who's like.
Well, you in Path of Radiance.
I ended up using both. Astrid, you need Astrid, but this has been taken away from Awakening. This feature, but back in the day, you could use a cavalry unit. You could run in, hit them, and run away.
Only if you didn't run to the extent of your running.
Oh no, yeah. So you basically get to run as far as you can. But so if you're like 1 space away, you can move 1 space forward, attack, and then you can run as far away, as you can. But that's taken away from Awakening, so now you have to fight and just stay there. But back in the day, you used to just run in, shoot with Astrid, run away. They would just not be able to beat you. She would just dominate. But then again, you have to keep Shinyon on your side because he's just equally as beastly.
Shinyon was just downright.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But then you get other characters like good old Rolf, who just never gets used.
Who?
What's his name?
Who?
Path of Radiance. Rolf. Is it Rolf?
Rolf. Oh.
Yeah, the archer guy.
Yes.
Little kid.
He's
one of the Grail mercenaries, but you never use him.
Yeah, you never use him.
Because why would you?
Yeah, there's loads of it'd be funny to have a poll of Fire Emblem fans.
Yeah, people who
which characters do you just not use?
Yeah, Rolf is definitely one. He can't be the most least used character, Rolf.
I guess the shorter answer is which characters do you mostly use, and then just compile a list of the most used characters. Because there's bound to be someone out there who's used Makalov a lot. Just
why would anyone?
Why would anyone want to use Makalov?
He's not only the most annoying character in the game, but he's also not that great a fighter.
Yeah.
You get him at the same time as Joffrey as well. So you're just
Joffrey's.
So you're just I'm going to use Joffrey. Clearly.
It's just how it works.
Makalov can just drink, I guess. Yeah. I need to play Fire Emblem later. I haven't played it all week. I actually haven't played it since the Zelda concert. Which is insane. A whole week ago. A whole 9 days ago, whatever it was.
But this actually leads me on to something that I wanted. Well, before, when you were mentioning the fact that you have got Lego City, and you want to play that, leads me on to something that we want to talk about, which is pretty much ever since the Zelda concert, we've just had the urge. Well, I've had the urge for a while. I think I've always had the urge to play old games.
Yeah, after Zelda.
Not like old games, just on a whim, just I fancy playing this. But it's for example, I played Luigi's Mansion 2 recently, and I loved that game. It's a game is good. Right, here's the thing. when you play a game when you're a kid and you have nostalgia for it. Okay, so when you play it again, like 10 years later, you're like, oh, this game's amazing, brilliant, right?
I did it recently with Rogue Leader.
Yeah, exactly. And we had a lot of nostalgia for it. And then when it comes to like having an opinion of that game, you feel like your nostalgia has an effect on it. It's like
Ocarina of Time.
It's like Ocarina of Time, essentially. It's like, what's the best Zelda game? Ocarina of Time. Why? Because it is.
And other people would say Link to the Past, because maybe that's because the first Zelda game I really properly played was Ocarina of Time.
Exactly.
So you sort of think to yourself, well, is Ocarina of Time the best, or is it just the fact that I played it first? Because a lot of people say Link to the Past is the best.
Yeah.
Probably because they played it first.
A Link to the Past is like the sort of what's it called? The sort of main. Every other game is sort of inspired by that. All other games sort of come from that game. But our nostalgia for Ocarina of Time makes it our favourite Zelda game, or the best Zelda game in my opinion. But when a new game, something brand new on the shelf, can give you that feeling of nostalgia, as if you've played it when you were a kid.
Like Luigi's Mansion 2.
Luigi's Mansion 2 did that for me. It's such a brilliant game.
I can't comment, not played it.
You need to play it as soon as possible. But there's another thing, right? I'm getting to this point. We're getting there. But when we finish the Zelda concert, well, while we're at the Zelda concert, never mind after it, we were there going, oh yeah, Twilight Princess got played, and I've wanted to play Twilight Princess for ages. I have played it, don't get me wrong, I've played it like 3 times.
Yeah.
But I want to play it again. And the same goes for you want to play Skyward Sword, don't you?
I don't think I'll play Skyward Sword again. Fortunately.
What?
I don't think I will play Skyward Sword again, to be honest. I want to play Twilight Princess though.
Yeah. But why do you want to play these games again? Because they're so good. Because they're amazing. And with Luigi's Mansion 2, as I forgot to mention, because I played that, I wanted to play the original. I wanted to play Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube. And I did for ages. But what's stopping us? The fact that we have so many games that we haven't played on our shelves.
I would like the games industry to just take a hiatus and just stop making games.
Let us catch up.
For just give it a year. Give me 12 months to catch up. Because it's getting silly now. I have GameCube games that I have not played yet. I am so far behind. I mean, the Wii itself.
What GameCube games have you not played, sorry?
Oh, I can't remember. There must be some.
You haven't played Killer 7?
No, I haven't. Oh, no. See, stop adding to this list. I haven't played Killer 7. I want to play Killer 7. Not played it yet. Played No More Heroes. I've not played.
You haven't played No More Heroes 2?
I don't really want to.
I don't think you would you?
And but then again, I've not played Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. Not played that.
I haven't played it yet.
There's
a Last Stories up there as well. I haven't played that. I want to play it.
The only good thing about Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is that I don't have to bother playing Monster Hunter Tri anymore. I'm so effectively knocked 2 off the list.
Yeah.
There's so many games that I've not played, and to be honest, the main ones are on the DS.
Oh yeah. Well, not to mention Paper Mario Sticker Star.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I think, to be honest, that's the next game you're gonna play after.
There's just too many.
And I've just added to it. I got your Pokemon.
Yeah, you got your Pokemon Black, which I had and then got rid of. Now I've got it again, so I can finally play Pokemon Black. But yes, but then again, Pokemon
and Okamiden.
Okamiden, yeah.
Okamiden, you got that on your.
And
that's another game I don't know how to pronounce. How do you say Okamiden?
It's Akami on the DS.
Akami Den.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I've got practically all the Layton games to play. I've played 1. I've played 2 Phoenix Wright games, so I need to play the rest of them. I can't even remember what else I've got on the DS. There's so many on the DS.
Oh, there's loads. I think you should play. Well, here's the thing. One of my personal favourite games on the DS is The World Ends With You.
Not playing it, yeah.
It's a really good game. I love it. The only downside is I don't think you would have the patience for its style. It's very stylized. It's very niche. It's not your typical RPG.
Square Enix, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like an action RPG.
There's a lot of Final Fantasy games I've not played.
Fiddly.
There's an absolute shed load. I mean, I've got a couple of Final Fantasies on the DS that I've not played. 3 and 5.
Would you want to play 3?
Oh, I don't know.
Playing 3 is hard.
To be honest, I've got too many RPGs that they take me forever to play.
Yeah, they do.
They really do. And so any RPG will take me months to play, and I've got so many to play as well. You can't really class it as an RPG, but I've not played Mass Effect 3 properly yet, so I have so many games I've not played. Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 4 will be out before I've played Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. I am just the worst. I got Assassin's Creed 3 for Christmas. Not played it yet.
I'd forgotten you
because I'm too busy with everything else. And it's just, the thing is, like, Fire Emblem comes out and I have to play it immediately. So that's just like, you get those games that come out, it's like, well, you're not going on the backlog, you're getting like, you're fast tracked to number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, I want to play Luigi's Mansion 2. I'm going to get Animal Crossing and that'll probably consume my life.
You haven't played Super Mario 3D Land?
No.
You haven't played that? You haven't played... there's quite a few.
I haven't played New Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yes, you haven't played that. You played the first one, haven't you?
Yeah. I played them all except that one now.
Yeah, it's just handy.
I only recently played the first one.
Yes,
on the DS.
True.
I played it like around Christmas time.
Yeah, you did.
I remember that now. Yeah.
You did, yeah.
You did, yeah. Yeah, I've played all New Super Mario's Brothers, except for 2.
That one,
the
yeah.
gold one.
Going back to the RPGs, what about... Well, one of my favourites is Final Fantasy 4. If you're going to play any of the DS ones, I'd probably recommend that one. 3 is a good one, don't get me wrong, 3 is amazing, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. It's at the time before you could buy Phoenix Downs.
Yeah.
So
it's just get them and treasure them.
Yeah, you do. You get them in. You get a lot in dungeons, to be fair, but it's like you'll get 5 per dungeon, and that's it.
Yeah, but you need to like.
And you've got 4 teammates, so
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, to be honest, I found Final Fantasy 7 quite hard, and that's probably.
Final Fantasy 6 is a good one. We've got that on the Wii Virtual Console.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Wii Virtual Console, which we spent our points on the other day because we had points on it.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Well, we added some.
Yeah,
so
we had to
get Mario
add
Party
some
2.
so we get Mario Party 2. God damn it! And then we have Kirby's.
We got Kirby's
Fun
fun pack, and just took the loss of an.
I think we've lost 100 points or something. We just have to take that one on the chin.
Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah,
Stupid.
it's like Virtual Console wise. Super Metroid has just recently come out on the Wii U, as I said, but I want to play it. I do. I really do. But it's like, sorry, I've already played it, but I just want to play it again. But it's like, I just can't afford to. It's like, I really want to play these games again.
Yeah, like Chrono Trigger, I want to play that again. But
oh yeah.
That's not
sorry, the RPG rule applies. Once you've played it once, you just don't have time to play it again.
Yeah, I know. Even though I want to.
Yeah, I want to play Chrono Trigger again. That game is amazing.
I'm half tempted to buy it on the Wii Virtual Console when it inevitably comes out, but I've got it on the DS, so
yeah,
it's a bit silly. I'll play it on the 3DS XL. I'll do that. Oh. Yeah, I mean, Virtual Console wise, also Oracle of Ages and Seasons came out.
Yes, it did.
On the 3DS, so I will. The thing is, it's not like I'm playing them again because I played Seasons, but I never completed it.
I played Ages, and I've completed it twice, but here's the thing, the first time I don't count as completing it, because I used a strategy guide.
Did you have a strategy guide for that?
Yes, but we lost it.
Did I have a strategy guide for Seasons?
No, well, yes and no. It was a strategy guide, it was one of those weird strategy guides. The front of to me it was the front, was Oracle of Ages, but if you flipped it over and turned it upside down, it was Seasons.
And I still
if you read it from back to front, it would be Seasons, or you read it from front to back, it would be Ages.
So how did I not complete Seasons then? I don't know. I put some. Good
I think it's because, and rightfully so, you just had a sort of no strategy guide policy. I will stick it out.
Yeah, I used to do
that. And I was the same. I am the same now, but I wasn't then. Back then I was young and I was just like, I just want to get this game over and done with.
Yeah, I suppose.
And so I was just like,
I was just adamant not to use it.
But to me, it was almost like a drug, because it's like you go, I just need to know how to get past this bit. You read it and you go, oh, of course. You do it and then you just go, right. As soon as anything obstructs you from going any further, you look at that strategy guide and you just go, I could just quickly sneak. I mean, it's not really cheating. I mean, I'm just using a tool, aren't I?
See, this is the thing, because obviously we're younger then, so you probably didn't know, because there's that thing when Super Metroid's out on the Wii Virtual Console now, but loads of people aren't able to like get past certain bits, like they don't know what doors to use and whatever, so people are like really stuck in on the Miiverse asking questions, and it's like, guys, how are you not getting past this? I mean, obviously it's an old game.
Well, the thing is, to me, yeah, alright, it's an old game, and that's a defence in itself, but Metroid, the Metroid theme is exploration. If you can't progress, you can't progress.
Yeah.
There is something you are missing. Go back and find a way. You're supposed to explore, you're supposed to go out and find things for yourself. So if you come to a green door and you don't know, or if you do know that you need a super missile to get through it, you go, well, I don't have a super missile, better go and find him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, I always remember from Super Metroid, because I'm not laughing at anyone who can't do it because I am an idiot, is the bit where you had to run over that.
Oh, you say you're the idiot.
Oh, you did it as well.
I was just as bad.
But you have to run. You have to run over the thing, and it all falls. But if you don't run, then you'll just fall and die.
Yeah.
And we were stuck on it for like ages.
Well, you don't fall and die. You just fall and you have to run back.
Well, yeah. But it's just like we couldn't get past that forever. And there's a run button.
There's a dash button.
There is a dash button, and we just didn't.
But you see, the thing is, this bit. Let's say it was about. I'd say it's about 20 minutes into the game, right?
Yeah.
For that first 20 minutes, you don't ever use that dash button.
No, yeah.
You forget it's there.
I was stuck on that for ages. Didn't know what to do, because I just thought, oh, well, this isn't the way to go. I need to get some sort of, like, speed boots or something. Some Pegasus boots. But,
hold on the R button.
Yeah. I love it. But,
yeah, but everyone knows as soon as you start challenging with that Pegasus boots, all you have to do is press down or a different direction and you'll stop.
Stops, dead stop. Not just like...
No momentum, no spinning out of control, crashing into a tree.
I love clashing into trees, it's the Pegasus boot. But, what was I saying?
Running on Metroid.
Oh yeah, Metroid, Super Metroid, because people can't do it. To be honest, it's not exactly an easy game. But, yeah, I mean, the strategy guides, I generally don't use them, but I think what I remember using a strategy guide for was like Pokemon. Like Red. I had one for like Pokemon Red and Blue, where essentially all it did was just tell you.
Well, yeah, I do remember that, and I wouldn't class it as a strategy guide.
All it does is tell you. You used to use it to sort of plan your moves ahead.
I would class it as a Pokédex.
It kind of is. It told you all the moves that you were going to get.
It told you all the moves you were going to get and what levels they were going to get them at. It told them when they were going to evolve. Yeah. It told you what types were good against what types, and it told you again what every move did. So it's like, because when it comes to Pokemon, if you are foolish enough or young enough, sorry, to willingly swap out every move. So in other words, it's like Gardevoir wants to learn Tail Whip, but Gardevoir already has 4 moves, all of which are psychic attacks that will dominate every ghost Pokemon. Which move will you change out? If you change out, I mean, Tail Whip is useful, don't get me wrong. There are some Tail Whip defenders out there now who are like fetching the pitchforks, I imagine. It's like, how dare you insult Tail Whip! Don't you know it lowers the defense of the Pokemon you are fighting?
Team Tail Whip versus Team Growl.
Attack versus defense. The immovable object makes you unstoppable.
I think I'd be in Team Tail Whip on that one.
I probably would as well. I hate Growl.
I just don't like Growl.
Growl annoys me.
This is naff. It's like every Pokemon has Growl, and it's just like, yeah, that's the first.
And that's another thing as well. We've gone a little off topic here, but I'll just quickly say this about Pokemon. You like Growl, and you lower their attack, but to be honest, in that turn, you could have attacked them. So it's like, you lower their attack, so they hurt you not by as much.
It's only worth it in the ultra long run. And if you're not going to fight, if it's like a 30-turn battle, then great. But if you're going to fight it in like 4 moves, why bother using Growl? Just attack it. Just headbutt it, or whatever you do. It just seems ridiculous to me. Well, the only good thing about Tail Whip is, say if you have like, I don't know, a Rattata, you catch one, and you go up against another Rattata, and you've got Tail Whip or Tackle, and you'll use Tackle, but they're stupid enough to use Tail Whip, so you sort of get a free kill in a way.
Yeah,
that's the only use to Tail Whip. The enemy uses it.
I mean, actually, Tail Whip does have a lot more advantages, because you can obviously use it to lower Pokemon's defense so you can catch it. So Tail Whip is useful in that respect.
Does that actually work? I
think it. Well, I always like to believe it does. Yeah. I always like to believe it does because it's just like I've got him down to red. I've got him down to the red bit.
No,
it's just like
Tail Whip.
Tail, just hammer the Tail Whip, and then just go use a Pokeball.
I never really understood catching because I always remember fighting Mewtwo, and it's like you got to catch it, and I had like an absolute crap load of Ultra Balls, Great Balls, Pokeballs, and the Master Ball. And I got it all the way down to like tiniest of HPs, and I'm throwing every ball at him in the world. And like basically, I don't want to use a Master Ball, so I use up all my Ultra Balls, all my Great Balls, and I catch it on the last Pokeball. I caught a Mewtwo with a Pokeball. How? When I've just used all my Ultra Balls, all my Great Balls. I was resigned to using my Master Ball, but I was just ploughing him with Pokeballs, and I still caught it.
The fun thing about that is when I went up against Mewtwo, and it was like, oh, the secret boss, as it were, is that, you get to catch Mewtwo. Just like he comes in, he makes his little alien noise, and then I just go Master Ball.
Yeah.
I just didn't waste a single second. He just comes in like, I'm gonna kill it. Master Ball. No!
My one weakness. How did you know?
I always remember a friend of mine at school, and I was just like, you absolute numpty. He used his Master Ball on a Spearow. It was like, well, I always found Spearows really hard to catch.
Well, obviously.
A Spearow!
Why do you even want a Spearow? Oh, dear.
I can go out and buy a Spearow. I don't even need to have a Pokemon to fight a Spearow. Just hit it with a stick.
A Master Ball. I don't think I actually used it, to be honest, so I've still got my Master Ball. If I found my red version.
It's down there somewhere.
Is it still down there?
I think so. On next to Oracle of Seasons, which we just used to segue our way back to our original topic of Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Because we were talking about strategy guides. So I beat the game first with a strategy guide. And I pretty much got to about a third of the way through the game and just resigned myself to using the strategy guide for the rest of the game. But then I played it a few years back, again, just because I could. And I didn't use the strategy guide once, and I got all the way to the final boss. I think I beat her.
I'm sure you probably did.
Yeah.
But I never finished Seasons. I didn't even know we had a strategy guide.
There is a bit. Well, that's the thing. I remember I told you this story ages ago about me beating Oracle of Ages, and you'd forgotten that we had a strategy guide, and you were just like, we had a strategy guide?
Oh, so we had this conversation before.
I could totally need. I am in dire need of that.
I know.
Because Seasons. Alright, audience. Which game did you play, or Ages or Seasons? And if you managed to play both of them, which one did you find harder? Because from what I've been told, I personally found Ages quite straightforward, even though I did need a strategy guide. The only area I needed a strategy guide, and if you played Ages, you know where I'm talking about. It's the Chameleon Land. It's like an island full of little lizard people. It's really hard because time adjusts sea level. Oh. So if you go to the future, the sea level is higher, but if you go to the past, it's lower. So you can get to. It's like a classic Zelda puzzle, you know.
It's like some sort of crazy environmentalist issues inside Oracle of Ages there.
Yeah, and some years ago, the trees will grow and the trees will obviously shrink. So if you plant a seed in the past in the ground and go to the future, it will create vines for you to climb up. It's quite a clever Zelda puzzle, but it blew my mind. I was just like, oh, how do I do this? I was like 10 years old going, I don't know what this is. And then Doc Brown's coming out and the shadows just going, you're not thinking fourth dimensionally. This from what I've been told, as I say, Ages has been sort of straightforward, and I've heard like you and quite a few other people who play Seasons say it's so hard.
Maybe I'm just defending my utter rubbishness though.
Well, I think it's because there's a lot more to do with Seasons. Because think about it, Ages you can travel to the past or the present.
Seasons has 4.
Seasons has spring, summer, autumn, winter.
I can't remember where I got stuck now, but I do want to play it again, and I will download it. I know I've already got the cartridge, but I kind of want to just download it on my 3DS.
Well, yes, it's the same with me with Sacred Stones, because I've already got it on the Game Boy Advance, but I'm playing it again.
Well, you got it free then.
Yeah, I did get it for free.
But I will download probably both. I might just wait a bit. I'll get Seasons first, just to defeat it. One day. I think is it the only Zelda game? Oh no, because I've not done the Zelda 2.
And Zelda 1.
Zelda 1 for that matter.
The only Zelda games that I haven't beaten are Seasons and Zelda 2. Zelda 2 as well is just one of those games. I mean, I don't like hating on it because there are some actual people out there who defend it, or there are people out there who actively defend it, I should say.
It's one of the, I don't know, it's probably, most people would see it as the worst one.
I think it's because it was around about the time when Nintendo was just trying to figure out where their franchises were going to go.
Well, they made the first one, and then obviously they went back to that for Link to the Past, didn't they? Which was damn good move.
Yeah.
And sort of Metroid took the mantle of that sort of side-scrolling thing. Which is another damn good move.
Mm.
But,
yeah. But, this leads us on to another topic that I wanted to talk about, which is re-released games or remakes making their way onto new platforms. The biggest one, of course, well, with the fact that all these new games are coming out.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
Well, Nintendo have done a lot of remakes in recent years.
Oh, they've done... In
3DS,
recent years? In recent years?
Yeah. Since it's existed.
Ever since the SNES, they've been bringing out... Oh, no, not SNES, but ever since like the N64, they've been bringing out remakes.
Well, I don't know, everyone sort of has a go at them, but it kind of makes sense. For example, like, Chrono Trigger, who we just talked about before, is on the DS. The first time I played it was on the DS.
Yeah.
So, it's good in that respect.
Yeah, in other words, if you don't get a chance to play it when it comes out, then that's fine. Absolutely, no, I'm all for it for that. You know, because, like, Ocarina of Time has been, like, released about 7 times now.
We have lost that.
Including its original
How many
release.
Ocarina of Times do we own?
I don't think I've got enough fingers. Hang on.
Well,
there's the original. We got the original.
Mm.
We got the special edition that came with the Master Quest that we got with Wind Waker.
Oh yes. Yeah.
We got that Zelda collection.
That's on that as well.
It's got on that as well, as is Majora's Mask, which is awesome. Yeah. And that's another game I want to play as well.
If it comes from the DS, 3DS XL, which it will.
It will
Eventually, just reveal it, Nintendo.
Nintendo. It will come on it. I know. I'm
like,
looking at you, microphone.
But honestly, Majora's Mask will happen.
Yeah.
Eventually. Majora's Mask 3D, and I will buy it, and I will play it.
Yeah, but then what's the difference between that and the game that pretty much inspired this discussion? Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with that one, that's like a remake of a game that's recently come out. For example, Ocarina of Time 3D. And
which we've got, that's 4 by the way.
Yeah, and Lilac Wars as well, or Star Fox 64, is also on the 3DS.
That's the second version.
They're N64 games, so you can sort of say, yeah, well, that's fine to sort of re-release them. But with Donkey Kong Country Returns, it's kind of like you've got a balance because it came out on the Wii, which was like minutes ago.
It's even worse for us because, yes, it came out on the previous generation console, which is pretty close as it is.
Yeah.
But
we played it pretty late on.
We played it like 2 years after its launch.
I've recently played it. When did it was last year I played Donkey Kong.
Yeah, we played it last year. We played it actually on the run up to the Wii U's launch.
Yeah, because we just wanted to play it.
Yeah, because it was just like, we've got all these Wii games, we need to get through them.
I don't know how we didn't. That is a really good game, Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, it's on the 3DS now, and to be honest, I do kind of want it because it looks really good, and it sort of suits it in a way. I remember playing it on the Wii and going, this would look really good on the 3DS because, like, the layers.
Oh yeah, you got foreground, background.
And it just works. I was just like, imagine this on the 3DS. And also, the fact is, another good point about the 3DS is that you don't have to do the silly waggling.
Yeah.
I know I'm never a fan of the waggle because, how many times did I play that game and fall into a pit or my demise by waggling by mistake? So many times. And I was just like, I don't want
That's the thing. It's like loads of people have a go at Nintendo saying, oh, they're just gimmick obsessed. And
it's not that bad. It's not like I'm having a go at it saying it's a gimmick, but it's just irritating.
Well, I would call it a gimmick because to me a gimmick is adding something that is unnecessary. For example, let's say Metroid Prime 3. You use the Wii Remote to aim. That's not unnecessary. So it's not really a gimmick. That's how you play the game. It's like when you play a light gun game in an arcade, you don't go, oh, this is just a gimmick. No, it's how you play the game.
Yeah.
But so it's like, for example, if Mario Kart DS used the touchscreen to drive.
Yeah,
that would be a gimmick. It's unnecessary. You've got buttons for a reason. You might as well use them.
Well, Donkey Kong Country Returns, the B button wasn't being used, was it?
Was it not? I can't remember.
What was that, to crouch or something?
Yes, it was to crouch. Yeah, and you shook your hands to make him. If he was crouched, you shook his hands. Shook your hands, sorry, to make him blow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it was used. But you could have done like the waggling in another way.
Another thing that got me about Donkey Kong Country Returns was the classic Donkey Kong formula is DK dies. Oh well, never mind. Diddy! I get to control Diddy for a bit. Roll around as Diddy.
But you don't really.
But you don't. No, he just jumps on your back, and the only time you get to play as him is on 2-player, and then only the second player 2, can play as Diddy. So there's the one advantage. I mean, nothing against Kong. Look at me, I'm offending all the fan bases here. All the tail whips, all the Donkey Kong. I'm having a go at him. Screw it. I'm just gonna like offend all fan bases. Come at me, bros. But yeah, it's like. The one advantage to playing as 2-player was Diddy, really. Because that's another thing as well. I used to jump onto your back. as DK, and you'd use me to fly, and then I'd just tap and drop. And you'd fall to your death.
Yes, never gets old.
It does not get old. It really doesn't.
Does for me.
But it's the classic Mario Brothers. We pick up your partner and throw him off the edge.
Many a laugh was had.
Many a laugh was had, yeah.
As I say, with Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, I would get it, but it's money.
Yeah.
It's like full price for it. And I've already played it on the Wii recently as well. So I'll probably just wait. If it goes down in price, I probably will get it.
Yeah.
But it's just not exactly a day one purchase for me. It is if you've not got it. If you've not got it, my God, get it.
Oh yeah, if you have not got it right, I would put that down as one of the greatest platformers of all time. And I know you're thinking, oh well, everyone says that about every platformer. Yes, but this one is true because Retro Studios, if you actually go in depth at how well those levels are put together, every level is unique and different. Not one, not two, no two levels are the same. Right, they are all individual and unique. They use different things to put it together. It's like there's that level with the bats.
Oh, the one in the rocket, you mean?
Yeah, on the rocket, right?
I was thinking
you never see those bats again. That's it. They're in that level and that's it. They're done. Right. You don't really see them.
There's some really good levels of that.
Exactly. They're all the caves level is just minecart levels, which is just brilliant because you just love minecarts.
Yeah.
But it's like, you think DK, you think minecarts. But it's like, you think monkey, you think little car on a railroad driving around.
I love those.
But, what was I going to say? Yeah, they're all really clever, but then when you include the time attack,
oh yeah,
you realise just how in-depth those levels are thought out, because you use enemies to get shortcuts, and the way the platforms move at a certain time makes you go faster. And it's just like, there is actually a lot of depth to this, because they didn't just think about making the level on its own, with all of its secrets, like the Kongs and the jigsaw pieces, but you also got time attack that makes you, that if you time it right and jump on enemies' heads at certain moments, you can get really far.
Yeah.
And that was clever. They pretty much designed 2 levels in one. You know, there's the level where you just take your time and get the enemies, and then there's the level where you speedrun it essentially and, you know, time the jumps and everything perfectly. And it's if you are a perfectionist or a guy who likes playing with style when it comes to games, that game is awesome. Tidal Terror. Tidal Terror stands as one of my favourite levels in any game ever.
It's fun.
It is so fun. Remember the dash? This the dash from the waves.
I was always, every time I play that game, I just throw caution to the wind and just go for
Donkey Kong going.
The amount of times I die in that level is silly. I can lose serious lives on that level for no reason.
Yeah, thing is though, it's a lot easier. You just go to Cranky and just go, oh, coins, buy all the balloons. Yeah. Thanks.
Because you get coins for nothing.
Yeah, you get coins for nothing. Like in the old Donkey Kong Country games, you got coins. There were two types of coins. There was the bonus coins, like the ones that you pretty much used to get to the Lost World, and then there were money coins, like banana coins. Those banana coins reset every time you turn the game off.
Yeah, that was weird.
So it's like you could get 10 coins and you could save it 5 times, but you could save it 6 times because the first time is free.
Yeah, well,
but then the coins would restart, and it was just like, oh, what do you know?
Yeah, I used to do that. It's like Mario and Lives, isn't it?
Mm.
Well, some Mario games.
Anyway. Oh, Mario Galaxy as well. You turn it on, and just like go, oh, the lives have reset. Oh, no worries. Hey, Toad, male Toad, what have we got? I've got a message from Princess Peach. She's giving you 10 1-ups.
Yeah.
Thanks. Seriously. Mario just goes, oh, you seem to be you only have 50 lives. I'll give you another 40. Here you go, have them all.
If you play Mario Galaxy for half an hour, you'll rack up about 50 lives.
Yeah, you really
That's one problem. Mario Galaxy is a great game, but it's so easy.
Yeah, and everyone's like, oh, Mario Galaxy 2 is so much harder. It's like, it actually isn't. Except for the last few worlds.
I think Galaxy's easy.
The bonus levels, as they were, they're hard.
Coming from me, that says everything, really. Mario Galaxy is easy.
Yeah, Mario Galaxy is easy. It's hard to really say what the hardest Mario game is, but we're kind of running out of time, so let's just move on to... Well, one thing I want to say about Donkey Kong Country Returns is they've got, like, a few extra levels at the end of it. It's not enough.
Not enough to buy it.
It's not enough. It's too supplemental. It's not like a big change. And I know you go, oh well, a big change would be a brand new release, wouldn't it? It's like, yeah, in a way, yeah, it would. But that's the sort of thing that gets me about Mario Galaxy 2 and the Spirit Tracks for The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
They're two sort of, oh, and here's some leftover ideas we had from the first game. Those games are literally just, oh, we've had some leftover ideas from the first game, here's what they are.
Well, I think it's fair to say that there is going to be a Mario Galaxy 3D on the 3DS. They are going to make one, but whether they do it...
Yeah.
Whether they make the remake of the Wii one, or they'll make an all-new one. I think a remake would just be...
A remake would be phenomenal, and I would be very tempted to get it.
Yeah,
I think a Mario Galaxy 3 would make more sense, because it's Mario Galaxy 3.
The new one on the Wii U, I don't want it to be Galaxy. I want it to be something like... I'd love it to go back to sort of Mario 64 sort of style. But if the 3DS, in the same way that the Wind Waker moved, that style of Zelda moved to the DS and made those games.
Like, portable systems in general, yeah.
It's like Spirit Tracks and...
Minish Cap and Phantom Hourglass.
That sort of style went to like the portable. I'd like Mario Galaxy now to go to the portable and sort of have it... That's where it can go for it as a franchise. And then the Wii U to have something... different Mario. I don't want them just to make Mario Galaxy 3.
Well, to me, yeah. Alright, now we're going into a whole different kettle of fish with Mario, but the sort of most innovative Mario has been in recent years has been Mario 3D Land, where it took the classic A to B type Mario, get from A to B on a set level.
Yeah.
That was taken to a different level by having each stage, essentially it was 2D side-scrolling Mario in a 3D environment. You got to the end of the level and that was it. That level was done.
Yeah.
You've got a new level now. You do that one's done. But in Mario Galaxy it's like you've got this one world that you can explore, and there was an article someone wrote actually about like false exploration. Like Super Mario 64 feels like it's being more explorational. Like you can go anywhere.
Alright.
But it's not. It sort of tricks you into thinking that you have, but you haven't. And in a way I kind of agree, but in a way I kind of don't. Because there's some levels that you can't get.
No, maybe.
Some that you can, but...
You can do what you want in Mario 64.
Galaxy is very linear. It's like, go here, go here, go here, go here, done.
Galaxy's a corridor, really.
So it is frustrating in that respect. I do want a sort of Mario where you get to choose where you go, but I think a Mario Land 3D... Oh, sorry, a Super Mario 3D Land. There we go, got it right.
Mm.
I think a game in that sort of style would be the way forward for Mario now, because the 2D side-scrolling Marios came back in New Super Mario Bros. And everyone got excited about that.
Mm.
But it was because it was just classic Mario, and that we hadn't really had that for a while.
I think the New Super Mario Bros. Series is over now, I would say.
that game, the people got excited about it because we hadn't had a proper side-scrolling Mario in years, so we got to like have it again. But then you like oversaturated it, Nintendo, with Mario Brothers Wii, Mario Brothers U, Mario Brothers 2, and it's just like
the problem with the Wii U one, it just felt like the Wii one.
Yeah, there was no sort of something that made it unique against its predecessor.
It was just the Wii one. Not that there's anything bad about that.
Oh yeah, it's good.
But and also they're making Super Luigi, which is cool.
I must admit that is good. I am looking forward to that because
it's good.
There've been some people out there who say they want the retail release, which is fair enough. But
Fair enough.
I'm just probably going to get the download because my god, they've pretty much just made 2 games in one.
Yeah, they have really. I'll just download it and play it.
Yeah,
it looks good. But yeah, to be fair, that is good. But I think that series itself is kind of over. So it's like, what direction is Mario going to go now? Because, as I say, what they're going to do with Mario Galaxy, I'd like them to put that on the 3DS. Because they can make Mario Galaxy 3, put a D on the end of it, it's perfect. And then that can be the 3DS's little Mario games from now on, for a couple of games. And then Wii U can do something different, because I just think if they just choose to do Mario Galaxy, it's just copping out.
Well,
so I don't think they will.
Well, you see, the thing is, you know, they got rid of the waggle for DK on 3DS.
Yeah.
You might not be able to do that for the Mario. You have more buttons, so you can obviously press, say, Y to do the spin instead of shaking the Wii remote. But bear in mind, the Wii remote also had you collecting star bits.
Yeah.
So you couldn't do
that.
There would be no star bits. Well, star bits were currency, if you remember, on the Mario Galaxy. Yeah. So you couldn't really have Mario Galaxy on the 3DS.
Reinstate coins.
You could have a new Mario Galaxy in the series on the 3DS.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and just change things around that way.
Yeah,
and have coins as currency and just have a lot more coins hanging about.
Just reinstate the coins.
Yeah.
It could be done. I'd like them to make a new one though. Like a new 3D. A new Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
On the 3DS. Not just a remake. Although I would buy a remake. Most likely.
Yeah. The other thing as well about the Donkey Kong 3DS one is they've made it too easy. They've made it too easy. Yeah, you've now got hearts for your minecart.
Well, this is on new mode, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, everyone has, like, we had this debate with Fire Emblem. Should they have a newcomer mode or casual mode? Really makes no difference. As long as it's an option, I really have nothing against it.
Yeah.
Like, people get like Donkey Kong. It's like, oh, you've added this, yeah, but so what? Don't play it in that mode then.
Yeah.
I just think it's just annoying and it's selfish in a way, because it's like, oh well, it should just be made for me, this game, not anyone else. Yeah. And it's just like, sorry, but shut up. You know, if someone wants to play, because Donkey Kong Country Returns is a hard game, and if you think about it, there's a lot of young kids who have a 3DS. So if they play Donkey Kong and they're getting stuck like on the third world, they can't progress any further. So just give them new mode.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense, and it annoys me when people get like on the high horse about what it should be, and it's sacrilege to bring in this. It's like, sure.
Yeah.
It just annoys me, because the more people who play the game, the better.
Yeah.
So it just annoys me that it's just like, oh, no, it should be this. Yeah, it's silly. That's what I think about new mode. But I wouldn't, if I had it, I probably wouldn't play it in new mode, because I think I was good enough to play it in normal mode. Because on new mode you get extra hearts, you get extra items. Is it like if you fall down a pit, you can get yourself back or something?
Oh yeah, you
can give you minecart lives and your rocket barrel lives. Technically, like you don't just blow up if you get hit. I think that's all of them. There's another one actually.
There is a few.
Oh, DK barrels. You can carry DK barrels around.
Yeah, so you can.
So even if you lose all your hearts, you just go, here's 3 more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's excessively easy, but at the same time, I just want to play it in that.
Yeah.
Well, you could play it in that just for a laugh, just to speedrun it, because you would just dominate if you had all that.
To be honest, towards the end of the 3DS's life, I would probably get Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Yeah,
because by then it will be down in price to a price that I would buy it at.
Yeah, I'll probably see it on like Amazon or something.
And not only that, but it's kind of like, oh, I'll have it, and you're kind of good.
Yeah.
Because it's like I did that with the DS, I think. I literally like bought some games at the last minute and just went, I've got it. What did I do? I did it with the Wii. I did it with the Wii and just sort of said, I've got those games, so that I'll always play them. Xenoblade and Last Story. You know.
Oh yeah, Last Story. Have you got Pandora's Tower?
No, we don't.
That's another game.
It got mere reviews from what I saw.
Looks kind of cool.
The Last Story and Xenoblade got the highest.
I want to play Last Story. more so than Pandora's Tower.
I want to play Xenoblade and all of them. I just want to play everything. There's too much. I want to play Mario Party 6.
There's a lot on the eShop, and I got like 20 quid for my birthday, and I am just going. I've already tried to feed it into my DS.
Yeah, there's no slot.
Take my money, eShop. I'm going to buy everything possible. Well, it's everything possible, like 4 games. But
you just open the DS, put the money in, slam it shut, and just go. Now we wait.
Yeah, just processing.
You open it and just go. What? Is there a fault with the money? My money ain't good enough for you, 3DS?
Because I just want to buy so much from the eShop. There are so many games on the eShop that I want to buy. And haven't.
I remember when I hadn't been on the eShop for ages, and I just sort of went, I'll just go on and see what's there. There's loads!
Yeah, I know.
Oh, good lord, there are loads of games
so
on
many
there.
Games on the eShop.
I was just like going,
It's like when it first came out, there was none. We were talking about this last week.
It's like, I got Wario Land, I've got Wario Land 2. Oh, you want Wario Land? Here's Wario Land 3! Oh, okay, that's nice.
There's too many games.
But the thing is, though, how good would it be if at E3 Nintendo just sort of went, now we're bringing the Game Boy Advance games to it. I'd fall off my chair. I'd just go, okay.
In fact, that would be the best announcement for E3 if they said that. And I think it's one of another thing that's definitely going to happen that just waiting for. It's like, it is going to happen. The Game Boy Advance games, because we know they're possible, because they exist.
I've got them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, just bring them and just do it, because no one's paying silly prices on eBay for Game Boy Advance games anymore.
Yeah.
Just give us the downloadable versions.
Yeah. So there are actually quite a few games that I want to get on the 3DS that were for the Game Boy Advance, of course. Like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I've played all the other Mario and Luigi games. That's the only one I haven't played. Yeah. Believe me, world. I wanted to. I had it on all my birthday lists, all my Christmas lists. I get it? Nope. When I wanted to get it, game only supplied, or shops only supplied pre-owned copies, and I didn't want pre-owned.
Yeah. And now it's practically impossible to get.
Yeah.
Well, unless you go on eBay and pay silly money when you know it'll eventually be able on the eShop for like £7.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kind of just changing topic. The last thing, very briefly, that I think we should talk about, because we've been going on for a while now.
Yeah.
And I think the last thing we should just very quickly mention is the Banjo-Kazooie Symphony.
Oh yes, we've listened to it. You've got it. I've listened to it, most of it. How good is it?
It's good. Oh,
Banjo's 15 years old now, actually.
He's 15 years old?
Mm.
Oh, he's a young, fat thing, isn't he?
Go looking.
Yeah.
Banjo's a great game. We were talking about this yesterday. How good would it be if Rare stayed with Nintendo? Because if they did, there'd be a Banjo-Kazooie game on the 3DS.
Oh, yeah. Just picture that world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Banjo-Kazooie on the 3DS.
You could be playing it right now.
Yeah. You could be playing it right now. You could be in an airport travelling somewhere and you just go, oh, I'm bored. I know. I'll just get a few jiggies. Yeah.
But instead you're playing Kinect Sports.
Instead you're playing Kinect Sports. And what's that? Oh, yeah. Viva Pinata.
Oh, dear.
Nothing against Viva Pinata, really. But
I don't nothing really against Rare at all. It's just the fact that there's so many games we missed out on because they went to Microsoft.
Yeah. So
many games we missed out on.
It's like, oh, Killer Instinct could be coming out on the E3. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. But, well, it's not that I don't care, it's just that
I've lost the passion to care about Rare games now.
Yeah. But, yeah, Banjo-Kazooie itself is a phenomenal game. Which is better, Kazooie or Tooie?
No, I would say Kazooie.
Yeah. To me, Kazooie is better. Tooie is fantastic.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide which word to say there. It was either fantastic or phenomenal, and I just went with fantastic. Fantastic-nominal, yeah.
It is. They're both like it's like choosing between Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. But yeah, I always go with Kazooie because it's the first one.
Yeah, but not only that, but it is so. It's a lot more structured, I find, Kazooie.
Yeah.
It's like Banjo-Tooie has this whole sort of
merged levels
thing going on, which is it's all right, but it's like I can only get on the first level, straight after turning on the game for the first time, I can only get like 5 Gs or maybe 7.
Yeah.
There are 3 that I'm unable to get. But on the original Banjo-Kazooie, I loved playing that level to death before moving on. It's like, I will get every note, I will get every jiggy, I will do everything.
Yeah, it was.
But in this one, it's like, I'll get every note that I can, and I'll get every jiggy
Do you remember Banjo-Kazooie when... I always remember it was on that boat level. What's it called? Rusty Bucket? No.
Rusty Bucket Bay?
No. The one with the industrial harbour.
Rusty Bucket Bay, Banjo-Kazooie?
Is it called Rusty Bucket Bay? And
you were thinking of Treasure Trove when you said
I always do this.
Yes.
But yeah, Rusty Bucket Bay then is what I'm talking about. Is I always remember that level. If you've got to get all the notes in one go.
Oh.
And if you don't, if you leave the level and come back, you have to get them all again. You don't get to keep them, and there's one light floating around somewhere. And I always remember that level. It's 100, and I'd have like 98, and I'm like, where are these other 2 notes? And you spend ages.
You said days.
Like going around, because if you leave the level, you got to do it all again. And it's just like, I've missed 2 notes, and they're just hanging out in level somewhere. I can't remember where they were, but they're probably like hidden in underwater or something.
The thing is, Rusty Bucket Bay, for me, is infamous for being one of the hardest levels of the game.
Yes.
It's because that level is designed to kill you. It's designed to just go, oh, I'm sorry, you see these like rotating blades?
Yeah.
You've got to walk through them.
I've got to swim through this now. Like, oh, what?
The engine room.
Yeah.
That's the hardest bit, where the paths that you're walking on are rotating.
Yeah. He's just...
You fall off that? Oh no, you don't like come out at the bottom of the boat. No, you die.
Is that the level with the giant fall?
No, you're thinking of Grunty's Industries from Banjo. Just like climb up to the top of the elevator.
Climb up to the top and then jump. And to the point where he even runs out of dialogue.
Yeah, he has like a dialogue.
And goes, jump. And then it's just...
You're just silent
and then just smash. I think you need all your health to survive it. Like, maxed out of health to survive that fall.
Yeah. It's funny though.
But it is hilarious. I don't know why I like doing that.
Just totally sadistic. Right, Banjo, we're going to climb to the top of the elevator.
You have to climb it first, or just to kill yourself eventually. But it's fun.
But yeah, the Rusty Bucket Bay. The trick is, Rusty Bucket Bay, the first thing you do before you even get a single note or anything, you go to the engine room and you do that bit, because if you die,
yeah.
And you're like, oh god, there's the jiggy, there's the notes, I've just got to get to the... Oh no, I've fallen off. Guess what? Oh, your new record for this level is 96 notes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bottles.
Yeah.
Go back into your hole now.
That game is brilliant.
But, getting back to what I wanted to talk about, the music!
Yeah.
There is not one... There's a couple of levels that annoy you, aka Rusty Bucket Bay, but in terms of the music, not one bad song in the game. Not a single one.
I think Grant Kirkhope didn't he?
Grant Kirkhope did a brilliant job. Grant Kirkhope, right? One of the greatest video game composers of our time.
Yeah.
He's up there, in my book, with, oh god, I've got to pronounce his name. Nobuo Uematsu.
Oh, yeah.
Final Fantasy's composer.
Yeah,
among other things. I know he's done other work, but that's the one he's mostly known for.
Yeah.
And Dave Wise. Dave Wise is one of my favourite. He's another rare composer. He composed the original Donkey Kong Country games.
And amazing.
Donkey Kong Country 2 soundtrack, literally a gateway into my childhood. I listened to that. I'm 7 again.
That's another game with no bad music. Or bad levels for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Banjo-Kazooie's music is phenomenal. It's brilliant. And Grant Kirkhope did a phenomenal job.
And that remix album's great.
Yeah, the remix album's fantastic. I love that. One of my favourite songs on it is the last one, which is the medley of all the levels of Grunty's Lair. And it plays Grunty's Lair, but it changes the instruments when you go near the level, which is what Banjo-Kazooie was. It's like you walk up to Mumbo's Mountain, and then all of a sudden, like, you hear like the claps and the drums and everything, and the chants, and you go to the Gobi's level, and you hear all the Egyptian type, and it's just like, yeah, that's awesome, and I love hearing it.
It was one of the first games to do that.
It was, and it was brilliant for it, and that's gone full circle now, because there's another game I want to play again. Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Played it again recently, actually. I remember when we found the N64 and we set it up, and that was one of the first games we played.
It's a couple of years. say recently, it's about a year or so ago.
It was about a year or so ago, but still, before that, what I'm saying is before that we hadn't played it for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
So when I say recently, I mean like we've recently played it in the last year. So to play it again is just sort of like, well...
Yes. It's kind of like Wind Waker HD is coming out and I wanted to play Wind Waker, but I'm not going to bother because I'll just probably get HD.
I wasn't going to get that, but then when I realised that I might want to play Wind Waker again.
I do want to play Wind Waker, especially going to the concert, and we've now literally full circled.
Yeah.
Is Wind Waker. I want to play it again. But when I came out, I was like, well, HD's coming out later this year, so I don't want to play it again, because then I won't want to play it again. Yeah. It's sad.
Awesome.
We've really run over this thing.
We really have gone full circle. This is actually quite a good one. I must admit, this podcast has been a little bit all over the place. Like, sometimes we'd be bouncing from point to point.
Yeah,
like, we ended up talking about Donkey Kong, then we talked about Mario, then we went back to Donkey Kong, but then back to Mario. It was like all over the place.
We've a lot of random tangents.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to next week, though.
Why?
Because I think next week is going to be our E3 predictions.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, I already have some. I already made like a little list. But,
made a little list.
I have made a little list. Well,
E3 bingo or something.
There's just one word on it, and I will let. Well, I say it's one word. It's technically 2 words put together, but I will let the audience mull over that. The audience that we don't have.
Yeah.
But who cares?
Yeah.
I
already know what those 2 words are, by the way.
What?
I think I already know what those 2 words are, but I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, I'm going to spoil it. I will let you mull it
But
over.
I also want that.
Yeah. I was actually... when I got up this morning, and I was just going like, wouldn't it be really great if this was the case? And then I just started thinking about the game, just going, make it! Do it now! But, So I think that is the end of our podcast, would you agree?
I think so.
Episode 2, success?
In the can.
Failure? What do you think, world?
Is it a failure?
Is it a failure? If you enjoyed it, thank you. If you didn't, sorry. I guess we didn't stick to our promise and we failed again. But next week should be better.
Yeah, we'll stick to like an hour.
Yeah, we'll try and stick to an hour. Oh, it's been like... It's just not by much over an hour.
No, we've turned it out a little bit.
We're taking about 10 minutes off, which is good. So that's alright. Yep. Anyway, I will say goodbye. So goodbye from me, Mark.
And goodbye from me, Andy, obviously.
And we will probably see you next week.
Yes.
Have fun.
Have a good week.
Bye.